Right, guys. Oh, goddamn camera. Can't keep. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about some of the unexpected byproducts I've experienced of bodybuilding. Now, I used to be a distance runner. I used to be quite skinny. I kind of stopped doing that around August 2020. The reason I stopped doing it was because simply I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. Okay, now I started running in 2011, and I feel like for the first 5 years, up until 2016, I really enjoyed running, you know. But then after that, I think the enjoyment I got out of it slowly started to decline, and each year I started to enjoy it a little bit less. I think in 2019 I was still getting a bit of enjoyment out of it, but by 2020, now running just felt like a chore. Um, and that's one of the main reasons I gave up. I was very on off. I kept taking breaks, and after a while I was like, no, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep being on off about the training. I need to find something else, some other sport, and just start off from the beginning. Sorry, start from the bottom, I should say. Okay. I tried some different things. I've tried swimming. I've tried playing tennis. I even tried playing soccer on my own because it was during coronavirus lockdown. I was just trying to practice my skills on my own. I tried Gaelic football. I found that those sports like soccer and tennis were just too technical. I don't really like them. It's just too technical for me. you know, um, and you know, actually Gaelic football is actually feels like a very simple kind of sport. Like it's like all you do is you run with the ball, you bounce it, and then you have to like drop it onto your foot and kick it back up. So that seems like a more simple sport. If you know what I mean. So anyway, I decided to settle for bodybuilding. Last few months have really just been bodybuilding. And one of the unexpected byproducts is, my stomach just bulged out, and I started to think that I was getting fat. Like I was walking down the street and I looked into the windows of businesses around my local area. I just see my stomach. And I'm like, geez, have I gotten fat? I was like, really? I was like, I don't feel like I'm overeating. I feel hungry most of the time. I always feel really hungry when I wake up in the morning. I'm just craving breakfast. Um, so I stopped. I tried to cut down on the food, but then I started to feel kind of sick, a little bit weak, and I was like, okay, no, it's not because it must be the bodybuilding that's made my stomach just bulge out. Okay, so that's the thing. So if you go to either extreme, it's not good for your physical appearance. Okay, now so as a distance runner, I was really skinny. I had very little muscle. Now I've gone to the other extreme. I've become a bodybuilder. My stomach is bulged out. I look kind of fat. And certainly compared to what I used to be. Okay, because that's the thing. Because human beings. Let's be real here. Human beings are designed to live out in nature, in forest. Okay, and when you're out in nature, you're not training for performance. You're kind of you're not really training at all. You're kind of working to get food to survive. So I think the daily life of a hunter gatherer would include a mix of cardio and strength training, lifting things. So yeah, maybe they like the Maasai tribesmen, they chase lions for fun. Yeah, So yeah, if you think the hunter gatherers were just calm and docile, you're wrong. They're a bit wild. So yeah, chase lions for fun. Uh, you know, they chase the animals. They collect berries. Maybe they have to climb trees to try to catch things that are up high. Maybe they have to swim in the sea, try to catch some fish or something. Maybe they have to pull things out of the ground. Maybe they have to help build the little mud huts they live in. All these little things. So yeah, you have a balance of both, really, and that's what gives you the best physique. Because if you're like a distance runner, well, that's like and you have that scrawny physique. That's a little bit unnatural. But if you're a bodybuilder and you're really strong and muscular, but you have no cardiovascular fitness, that's not natural either. Okay, so that's why the best. If you want the best physique, you need to have a mixture of both. Okay, but for performance, you can't really have a mixture of both. Or maybe if you're in a sport that's sort of 50-50 mix, like I would say, like some of the soccer players, if you look at them, I think they have like that 50-50 mix. Like Ross Barkley, he can run a 16-minute 5K. Very impressive because he's a footballer. He needs to work on other areas of fitness. He needs to work on his plyometrics, his jumping. He needs to be able to sprint. He needs to be able to react, accelerate. He needs to be able to hold players off. He needs to have power to strike the ball. So he needs all these other aspects of fitness. That's why for him, running a 16-minute 5K is very impressive. So for me, I ran 15 minutes and 18 seconds for a 5K. But I was skinny. I couldn't lift very much. I couldn't jump. I couldn't really sprint. It was my speed at that kind of end was kind of poor. My explosive speed wasn't great. So yeah, that's the whole thing. So the thing is, I'm not gonna do cardio just to get that perfect physique. Like I feel like the enjoyment comes first from a sport. Okay, and as I mentioned before, I got fed up with running. I don't want to get back into running. Not yet. I might get back into it in a couple of years' time if I start to miss it. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep bodybuilding. And look like I'm probably not the best physique in the world, but I don't really care. um, you know, uh, the only thing is I'm not training at the moment. Why am I not training? Well, I mentioned before I have metabolism issues. My metabolism has just gone through the roof. Okay, and I think it might be because maybe my vitamin levels are too high. I haven't got any tests done, but I've noticed that when I was younger, I didn't really look after my nutrition. My metabolism was quite slow. I didn't need to eat a huge amount of food, but as I got older, I started having to eat more and more because I started taking more interest in my nutrition. Started eating more fruits and vegetables. My metabolism got higher, and lately my metabolism's just gone through the roof. I'm trying to decrease it. It's still too high. I'm finding it very hard to get enough calories in, so I'm trying to decrease my metabolism. Like I'm living off junk food at the moment. The most nutritional experts would not recommend that, but I'm trying to reduce my metabolism. So yeah, the aim is to reduce my metabolism until it gets to a point where it's not too bad anymore, where I can maybe start eating healthy again. But maybe I need to watch what I eat a bit more. Maybe my portions were too big. Like I was eating crazy amount of fruits and vegetables and stuff, which is good, but in excess that can lead to problems. That can lead to your vitamin levels going too high. So yeah, also I'm not training either because training increases metabolism. So yeah, I'm not training at all at the moment. I'm gonna wait till my metabolism sort of becomes more controllable, manageable, and then I'm gonna get back into the bodybuilding. And yeah, bodybuilding isn't gonna give me the best physique, but I don't care. I enjoy doing it. So I'd much rather do that than do a mix of bodybuilding and running because the way I see it is I think if I stop running for a couple of years, eventually I'll want to get back into it. I'll start to miss it because I'm the type of guy, if I spend too much time doing one activity, I'll get bored of it. That's the way I am. So yeah, is there anything else for me to say on this video? Yeah, I'd say don't be too obsessed about your image. All right, because if you're obsessed with your image, then you might end up having to do things you don't want to do. Like I don't want to go out running because I spent 9 years running. I got a little bit bored of it. So a lot of people like me who are insecure would be like, oh, I need to get the perfect image. I'm gonna go out running, and try to build up that perfect physique. So really, I think it comes down to narcissism. People think everyone's watching them and judging them, and if they don't look good, then it's the end of the world. So it doesn't matter. Maybe I don't have the best physique in the world. So what? That's like 90% of the population, 95% of the population. So like, really, who cares? And if you do live in an area where people are snobby and judgmental, I would suggest you move somewhere else. Because I used to live in an area where people were snobby and judgmental in Carrickmines. I think they hate distance runners there. I don't know why. I think they view it as like inferior because I think rugby is the big thing over there, and so they might expect you to be like really strong and muscular. And yeah, as a distance runner, I was not strong or muscular. I was pretty scrawny. So yeah, I guess that's the video.